once it's here, guys, all I do is I reach over and I just feed it. Just like that. All I'm doing is, when it becomes a rodeo grip, this free hand comes over and I kind of move over and I go palm up to get my grip. And then all you guys got to remember, and this is what I call the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mythology, is the one thing they never told me that you realize is in every setup is where should your elbows be? In, by your ribs. Every move you do, a lot of submissions, when you stay tight, elbows are always in, all the time. So once I'm here, guys, elbows are in, I'm tight, I'm hanging out, I step to grip here, right? I'm just reaching over. I don't have to clear it. I don't want them to freak out. I'm just gripping up top. Now I swing my leg over. Right here. And now I'm just clearing the shoulder. I get the rodeo grip. I just reach on the top of his head. And I get over. Now what tends to happen is they tend to feel this arm kind of lock because it's in my hip. What's the first thing their coach tells them to do? Center up, center the hips. So what does he do? He centers the hips. I come underneath. So I'm here, that's my cue. When he centers the hips, I open, I step and come under. See, watch this little movement. I push up. That's all I'm doing is I'm punching up, and my elbow comes down. Now I bring my elbow to my ribs for the tap. So, beginning. We're here, feet inside. You fit your foot in. As you pull them in, we're just stretching our leg out just to feed the gi out. Okay? We don't want them worried. From here, guys, I don't even have to hand it. I just grip across and I pull it. Go ahead and try and sit up. This is a great thing about the grip. The guy can push up because the first time you pull guard, a lot of coaches will yell, posture. Exactly. That's the first thing you hear. Go ahead and posture. And this is my really weak arm. I have like 80% motion in this arm, but look, I can keep them down. But when it becomes a tough rodeo grip, I just kind of move side, palm up, and I get my grip. And see how I'm bringing my elbow down? Locks them down tight. Good. Then I get over the top. I just grip, same side gi, and then watch what I do. I'll bring my legs up. I'll open, kind of like I'm trying to take an arm bar. Here, I just want to clear my leg over the shoulder. You don't even have to lock your legs. You can just, I got long legs, just keep your shoulder right here. The first thing they want to do is square up. When he squares up, my foot plants, I push my arm up. Other arm feeds under for the cross choke. Close my guard, and I bring my elbows to my ribs. For the tap. You guys got it? All right, let's give it a try. Let's pair up.
So we're in here. Put your foot in. Do good. Good. Remember, pull me down. Just hold on to it right there. There you go. Get your grip. Okay, so remember, when you're going to go high, you got to get the grip. Get the other grip first. Go high. So I center back.
Yeah, just to lock the spine.
That one was a lot tighter.
Second one's always. So, first three details, you guys are doing great. You're here, you're getting the great grips, you feed your foot inside, and all this is about is getting the gi out. That's all I care about that. So boom, step one, we push the gi out. You pull them in. You got long arms like me? That's all I do is I just get the grip right away. Once we're here, guys, same thing. Next step, we get the rodeo grip. We're here, and we're here. Okay? My elbow's down, it's locked in. Now here's where I didn't show the extra steps. Look how he naturally grips my hip here, right? A lot of people were doing that. Naturally happens, that's fine. But the reason this arm is the way it is, it almost acts as an arm drag. And the one thing about jiu-jitsu is you never want to do anything flat off your back. You always want to do it kind of from your hips or your sides. So watch this little movement. I'm here, and see my arm's supposed to kind of move him out of the way and clear my hip in his hand. Here. Look, if you can't lock your legs, I got long stork legs. My wife says I have chicken legs. So lock like this. Okay, it's all you got to do. All you need is this knee locked into the top of this spine. I'm not even worried about this arm right now. Okay. With the grip on top, guys, I know you guys want to get really high, but don't don't cross the board, just sit by the back of his neck, right here, and just hold him tight. Okay? Because by holding him tight, look, yeah, as he starts squaring up, look what naturally happens. Now here's the other major detail. When you watch me plant my foot, watch what my right arm does. I plant my foot, and I just kind of, see that push? I plant, and I just push my arm, and I push him away. When he naturally pushes away, it clears my left elbow. Here. Now I can readjust to the choke. Okay, so once again, you guys got the first 3 steps perfect. You guys got this down. That's the great thing about these moves is we're not concentrating hard. The only thing we should worry about when we're getting to our guard is clearing the lapel. That's all you got to worry about. One thing. I don't care how you do it. This is just the way I like to, because people naturally, when we start and do jiu-jitsu in class, we always grip each other like this, so my opponent's not freaking out. But if I start like gripping someone like this and start going like this, it's like the fight's on. So I just get regular grips. I push the lapel out and I scoot it just so it clears out to his back. I grip and I can just hold down and relax, because if you're fighting those big burly guys that, especially in like your first matches, they like the posture up, they're freaking out. Just chill. Hold this hand down, elbow in, just grab the back of their head and just relax. Okay, once he calms down, which he will, all I'm doing is I'm switching my grip to the rodeo grip. See where his hands naturally are? A lot of you guys are trying to get your legs up. Guys, use this as a barrier, kind of as an arm drag. Grip the wrist, pull your elbow to your hips, and watch. I just, here and here. Everything's still tight. Everything's still good. I just grip a top on his gi, and then I wait for him to as he readjusts. Look, he squares his hips up. Perfect. I plant my foot, and I push. The reason I plant this foot is to get that almost a 90-degree angle for that arm bar, just like you're used to. But I plant, I push, hook the elbow, and just elbow to my ribs with the choke. Got it? All right, let's try it.
We're watching your son fight and Lance fight. Lance looks so weird with a shaved face. Oh my god.
Baby face Nelson.
Oh my god. I've been lifting a lot of weights and stuff. I haven't been training. I went and trained with Jake on Tahoe at Christmas down in the valley. I was visiting my folks.
I'm going down there in 2 weeks.
Are you?
I'll be down there doing,
I did.
do some fights, some pro fights, and then I'm going to do some machinery.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I saw the poster.
Well, here again, kick the gi out. We're just playing tight right here. Everything seems really good. We're tight. I'm trying to be blocking, getting the grips. Watch what happens. I start going underneath. I start working. And now look, see where his hand went? Look where it naturally his hand went. It's blocking my hip for the sweep. Naturally blocking. So it's kind of futile for me to keep on going, right? So guys, all I'm going to do is I'm going to grip here. Look at, see how it's, my leg's trapped, it's glued? But look what I'm doing. I'm kind of pushing myself away. And the people that train with me at Urban are going to, you guys are going to recognize this crazy setup. I do it all the time. Once I'm here, watch what I do, guys. I go here, in here. Okay? Nothing complex, just giving them a nice jiu-jitsu hug. My hips are blocked. I come back here. I just grip the hand the other way. And I just go out. And I come back in. Okay? Give them a nice little jiu-jitsu hug. Now the important thing is what you don't see over here, what I call the street magic. Come over here. I still have this grip. But see where my elbow is? It's aligned with my thigh. Okay? It's just sitting here. So now watch what happens as I kind of go for this sweep. What does he naturally do? Kind of postures. Starting posture. I let go of the grip. And I got the arm lock underneath. So I'm here, and you want to loosen it a bit too. You want him to feel like he has an out. So as I'm swinging, see that? If I keep him locked down, he's less likely he's going to drive into me. But if I just loosen my grip a bit, he's going to sit up and do the work for me. Tight. Leg over. Extend the hips. So. We're here. I start going under for the thing. He blocks my hip. Right. Guys, nothing big, no big movement here. I'm just bringing my arm. Doesn't matter how you get it out. And I just come across. So all I'm doing is I'm getting to this wrist. And I pull the wrist. here, across my body, and then I just give them a nice jiu-jitsu hug. If you want, you don't even have to hold this grip. You can just let go and relax right here. Because this will be good for the no-gi, guys. Once we're here, guys, all you're going to start seeing me do is I'm going to start pushing on his head like I'm attacking this arm. Leg comes over as he goes for that arm. Watch this elbow. Slides on my leg. And attack. So, all I want you guys to worry about is this arm drag here across the body. Jiu-jitsu hug. For here, you can play it one or two ways. You can keep a light grip here until he pulls his head up, or you guys, especially if you guys like doing no-gi, practice on working the gable grip. Okay? If we got the gable grip, we're attacking this arm. And watch what happens, what I'll do. I'll actually push his face out of the way like I'm attacking this arm right here. He stacks me. Perfect. I bring the leg over, and then I really stop attacking this arm because what he's going to do is he's going to start fighting to pull it out. Perfect. You see what he actually did? He backed up from me, automatically extending his arm from me. I bring my elbow to my hip, and I lift up. Cool? Want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
Nice. Okay, I'm processing. So.
Push out. We're here. We get our grip. Now, especially people were doing different grips. Now, a lot of times, I had a lot of guys double over. They both put both hands on my bicep. Here. And you're going to start getting this when you start using this grip, because all the stronger guys and the wrestlers, they would hunker down on me just like this. And then I realized it after like a week of just banging my head up against the wall. I realized, oh wait, if I just plant and go to the side, watch what slowly happens, guys. Look, so here, pull me grips, plant my leg, I just go to my hip, and watch what I do with this arm. I kind of move it over with my hip here. Here, all right? Well, what's great about this is I just start sitting back. Look at that. Now I just kind of went roadie. You see the guys how they ride the bull? Here. And we can work our way to the back. Took me forever to figure that out. Jackass. So, we're here. Got the rodeo. They go both biceps. Well, there's no point in fighting this. This is a really good grip. It's really strong base. So I got to get him off center. I don't want to be in the way of his power. So I just plant and kind of push him off the side of my hip. If you need to move the elbow, just go ahead and push it here. Once we get that, guys, I'm just going to re-grip here because I want to stay tight. I want to keep them locked down. I don't want my legs to be on the rope. And then I do like most cowboys do when you get that rodeo grip. Boom. I get that 8-second ride on the bull. That's all I want. I sit back. I go for my 8-second ride. See how they tell you when you guys first, how they always tell you elbow, palm, and then kind of get up. Doing the same thing when we first started. Elbow, palm, I get up, I open my guard, and see how I slide up? I'm just kind of, see that movement? Guys, remember the first self-defense, how they told you to get up in jiu-jitsu? So we can move on our hips. First thing you guys learn. I know it's trippy, man. Conspiracy in jiu-jitsu. So we're here. We get them off center. I get my grip. I go for my 8-second ride. I go elbow, palm, plant my foot so I can move. Once I clear, I put it right back in. And I sit back towards, when I clear, I sit back towards his hip. Because his hip movement's the first thing we want to cut off with. Once I block the hip movement, I go over top and underneath. People say the seatbelt, but what happens is you'll get rolled a lot. People are getting really good at getting out of the seatbelt. So I go over and I grip the wrist.
Banana split.
Yeah, and the banana split. If you're flexible, just step our foot in. If not, come across the face and just get to his back. Anybody need to see it again?
One more time.
One more time. We're here. Got the rodeo grip. He's got the double lockdown on it. He's holding me down. So all I'm doing is I'm planting and I'm pushing him away. I'm getting away from his strength. I'm taking him off center. Ooh. I get him off center. I re-grip because I want to hold him down. Because look, my leg's not stopping the top of his spine. I can sit up. So I got to replace the hand I'm taking off. I get up top, elbow down, go for my 8-second ride. Just like that, just like in the rodeo, guys. We go for the 8-second ride. As we plant our foot, we go elbow, palm, and we just pivot, just to get our foot clear. Then as we sit it back through, we sit on his hip. keeps them from moving. Here we have the two options. You can go across the face, you can seatbelt, or you can just hit in your foot. I sometimes have a lot of trouble because people will play tight. I just grip here to begin with. I'll keep these two grips. Once I go underneath, then I replace. That's how I like to switch it from here to here. I get their face, take their mind off this hand. I grip the wrist, and then I pull them in towards me to get my leg over. Cool. Now, if I were to show you that move like all the way through the first time, it would have seemed like too much, because I know when I first showed this move, especially a lot of the lower belts, they're looking at me like, I don't think this is a white belt move. It is, but when we layer it, it becomes this black belt move. We just got to do these layers where the mind can comprehend it and allows the body enough time to catch up to it. So, the next part, you guys are doing this perfect. I have my grappling gun in the pack. So, everybody's doing awesome. We're here, we get our grips, we're playing. Look at this, I feed my foot in. I got these big ass back feet, my wife tells me. It's like it could be a back. I push it out. And see me, I got long limbs, so I get the grip right off the bat. Here. So I'm here, and I'm here. Now this is what's really funny, guys. Once I get this, people really, they get used to my game. He's not panicking just yet, but it's when I feed this grip over. Now a lot of people, they think to stop it, they bring this hand over here. See how I just stopped my bicep? It stops a lot of the movement. Now, you guys are gonna love this. He made it actually even better for me. So now, I get the cat's paw, because it's just a better grip, and when your fingers are tired, they naturally clamp up and clamp up close. So I'll just get the arm, or you can get however you guys feel comfortable gripping, and grip the wrist. Doesn't matter to me. Just get a handful of gi, and watch this, guys. My foot plants again, but this time is to actually put my hip up and shift. So, you see how to block it? It doesn't matter how you feel comfortable doing it, but I always plant my foot up, and it's kind of like I'm bumping my hip up. That's all I'm doing. Remember the old Jane Fonda workouts, guys? If you don't, well, then you're not as old as me. They used to do this because apparently it's supposed to give you abs. All the old guys laugh because they've seen it.
I take my laugh back.
So we plant, we do the Jane Fonda, and then he's laughing too. We pull the arm across, here and here, okay? This is what's great, guys. Everything's locked in. All I'm gonna do is, where should your elbows be? Ribs, watch my right elbow. You see that tap? It's over here on the left. I just bring my elbow to my ribs.
Is that Brazilian tap?
Yeah.
Ronnie got hit with this.
So, we're here. We go rodeo grip. He blocks it. A lot of guys like locking it in right here. Because this way, see, he feels safe. I can't pull him up. I can't get under his neck. Perfect. And then for you guys as coaches, it'll be really funny yelling out stuff like Jane Fonda, because the other coach and the other students are just
Ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda.
Exactly. So we go here, we get the rodeo grip, we grip the wrist, and then we go to our Jane Fonda, we bump up, and we pull across. This elbow has to cross our belly button. That's the line. That's the fulcrum it's got to get. Once it's here, guys, where's my elbow go? My elbow goes to my ribs, but watch this hand. This hand will put his hand towards my, well, he's already feeling it. When I start pushing his hand towards my hip, that's when it's on. That is the only movement.
Is this just a kind of a head and arm triangle sort of deal?
Yes, that's exactly when it cuts off the carotid and it's really tight. But you all right?
Yeah. He's all asleep.
Yeah, I was like, like freaking Weekend at Bernie's, the guy's dead in my lap. So we're here.
Minus the mustache.
I grip the wrist. I do my Jane Fonda, I pop up. As I pull across, watch where my hand goes, to my hip. Once I'm here, I recover by just doing a little bit of a crunch till where my elbow goes. Ribs for the choke. Got it? Mm-hmm. All right, let's give it a try.
Sorry.
And I want you to feel the difference so you can see.
Sorry.
When we're here, I get the grips, okay? I go to the side, he reaches, boom, he blocks. All right, he naturally blocks here. So I grip the wrist. Watch what I do with this foot. I go here, and we got a Jane Fonda. You can't stay on your hip because I'm going to Jane Fonda. Yeah, hip up, and now pull it across. Notice you already feel it, right? Once it's here, now I bring my elbow to my ribs. Here, if you just want, just close up.
So you're bringing this elbow in?
No, this one.
Oh, the
cuts
other
down to my ribs.
Okay, so you're putting the pressure on the knife. Okay.
Yeah, here.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is my favorite part about teaching, when I see that light bulb go off in your guys' heads, where you're like really getting it, and you're like, you try not to choke even when you're getting it. It's pretty cool. So, again. So you guys are really retaining this information pretty easy. I mean, it's not a lot of movement and stuff. It's natural movement our body's used to. So as we start again, boom, we're here. You have to be just straightened up in this place. I push out, I kick out his gi. I grip here. I'm just relaxing. And now, before I even get this grip, he starts trying, he's just kind of blocking my arm. He won't even let me get my rodeo grip. He's stopping me. All right, he's just playing very defensive. Now this is where you guys are going to recognize one of the first sweeps you'll ever learn. Nothing has changed. This is the grip that's handling me. I'll open my guard, and I'll hook underneath the leg. Same thing, pendulum, and pull. Nothing's changed. Then we can go back to our regular grips for the choke. So this is probably like when you're third or fourth match in, everybody's expecting you to do the same thing every time. As we set up our grip, you guys can just start from here because you guys got everything down perfect. You're kicking out the gi, you're recovering, your hip position's good. So from right here, we're trying to fight, and he's just stopping the arm. He's sitting back. This is exactly what's going to happen next time. As you play, people will watch, and they'll tell you, you'll even hear their coach, get control of the hand, get control of the right hand. And he's going to grip the bicep. It's completely normal. Don't worry about it. This grip right here is everything. As long as we got this, we're good. We can chill. Nothing changes. Watch what I do. I just step out, and it's kind of like doing a shrimp. Now watch how, look at that. I don't go over. I go underneath this grip. I'm not trying to fight a strength. I'm just trying to relax. I'll kind of turn to my hip, and see that? Just weave it under. Bam. And I'm right here. Just like the regular one they tell you guys, we pendulum the leg, we pull with the arm. See how it gets that leverage? I pendulum pull. Move over top. Nothing's changed, guys. We go rodeo grip, out, chill. Cool? All right, let's do this up. I got to work with before I competed at Naga Worlds. And because of them, I won it. I didn't have any other black belts to train with. It's just because we just worked the technique regardless. That's all we did was work this one technique. So we started out as we'd step in here, because a lot of times when people sit down, it's just natural to kind of step in like this, right?
Split it.
So there's this thing I started doing. When we were here, I would just step in, and then watch what I do, guys. I'd reach here just to get my armpit to hit his neck. That's all I wanted to do. I'd step in, reach in, and then watch. I'd pull to my hip. But did you see that natural movement where my hand just did? Come over here, guys.
Curled in.
It curled in. Now, this is what's really funny. Now you guys are going to learn some history from right here. So we're here. I push through like I'm stepping in for the pass, but then I switch my angle. I just put my thumb down, and I bring my thumb to your sternum. Every lock you do, whether it's a leg lock, Achilles lock, you want your thumb high. Why? If your thumb's up high,